I'm going to ask you to hold on for a quick sec.
Go ahead.
We're in the session we just got started. Now, Buddy here is very reticent to come out of his little safe corner, though. So what I'm doing is I'm just leaving treats. Now, they were sitting there for about 10 minutes on the floor, and he didn't want to have anything to do with them. I'm sure he's going to turn around and go back to his kennel right now, or his plate. Yeah. So that's my safe place. I feel comfortable here. I'm as far away from the humans as I possibly can get. I mean, he's buttressing the wall.
Right.
So what I want to do is I want to create a positive association for, like I said in the first video, for coming forward.
Right.
So I'm just going to kind of throw a couple treats over there. I'm trying to do this one-handed and have good camera work. There we go. And so the idea is, if I come and there's one treat, and then the next treat's only an inch further away, we want him to come out of his shell. Mm-hmm. Now, it's important when we bring a dog into our home, if the dog has been in an abusive situation, obviously something happened to him, probably through to a male. And so he has developed a coping mechanism of just withdrawing. And it's a sad thing to see. And a lot of us, when we first bring the dog in, when it's like this, we just kind of, let's let him have his space. And that's important initially.
Right.
But if it continues, and at this point, this has been 5 years, and this is not a healthy way for the dog to live. Normally, he doesn't come out of that area at all when you have a male guest, like I've got him come out a couple times now, right? Mm-hmm. This is the benefit of positive dog training. Unfortunately, there's some dog trainers in Omaha that still use dominance. They would force your dog to come out and force it to do this. It's not going to help him get over his fears. We have to build up his confidence. Mm-hmm. Now, giving some space, I asked what rules the dog had, and the husband said, I'm not allowed to do anything because the wife wanted to make sure that it was a positive experience. Now, there's a difference between punishing and dominating and striking a dog and things like that, and providing good structure and leadership. We can't allow the dog to continue being like this because this is not a healthy way for the dog to be.
Right.
So one of the things I'd like you guys to do is utilize this sort of thing. Now, as you noticed, I think we have somebody who's about to arrive, come inside. But as you notice, I'm putting these over further away. And I'm going to throw one kind of right there on his deal, well, a little bit closer. The idea is I want to get it close enough where he's willing to come and try it to get one of them, and that kind of gets them started. Now we have some movement right now, so that might be making it hard. And I'm impressed.
Distracting him.
Well, no, I usually this sort of distraction coming through would mean the dog's. I'm not coming near because I don't know what's going on at the door. Right. So the fact that he came forward is good. Yeah, I really. So one of the things I'd like the guardians to do is to leave little trails. Now I'm just throwing them from here. What I'd like you to do is actually put one right here on the dog bed, but that would be the last one. I would start over here, put one, maybe one or two over here. Then one. The idea is to put them just a little bit further away each time so the dog, like I said, it's willing to go forward and get one of them. And if I get that one, there's another one that's just a little bit closer. And at the end, we want to have a whole bunch of them. That's what we call a jackpot. Mm-hmm. So the more that we can get the dog to move forward and come out of his little safe zone and have something good happen, the more inclined he will be to do that again. That's the benefit of positive reinforcement. So you see now these treats are a little further away than I would typically like them to be. But as you see, he's like, there's a whole bunch. I get the mother load. It's a jackpot. And that's actually what we call this, is a jackpot, when we have a whole bunch at the end. So that you see that one right there, it was too far away for him to take.
Right.
So what we would like to see him do each time, come a little bit further out. Okay. Now, at first, don't push it too far. Maybe have them about 2-3 inches apart. Mm-hmm. If 3 inches, go to 1.5 inches. We want to make it just a little bit more. And then the last one, that should be like about 3 or 4 that are all kind of within 1 inch circumference. Mm-hmm. So that way there's a benefit, there's a goal to aspire for. Now, at first, we're going to keep it just right in this little carpet section right in here. Eventually, I'd like to have the jackpot here, then here, then here, then here. So we're gradually going to ask him to come further and further outside of his safe zone. We're not going to lure him. We're not going to entice him. We're going to make him available, and then we're going to just shut up and let him deal with it. Mm-hmm. Now, also, like I just mentioned talking about, we just had someone arrive. I'm not going to shoot. I just don't show anybody's faces. But basically, if there's a lot of things that are going on, that might be overwhelming for him. So we want to pick and choose our spots and do this at good times so that throughout the day, we're able to get him to come further and further away when it's a good, tranquil environment. Eventually, we'd like to do it with a little bit of distractions and the TV on and some other noise that are going to be common noises he's going to have to deal with. But right now, it's just too much for him. We want to start building things up. Just like anything else, when we learn something, we have to build in our foundation. And in his case, we're going to have to build up his confidence and build up a good foundation so he feels good about coming forward. But we want him to start coming out of his safe zone and realizing that there's more life that goes on than what's going on back here, because this is no kind of life for him to just sit back there. I know he interacts with you, and you he gets some dog loving with you, but we have other males in the house. So we want to make sure that he understands that, hey, just because I had a bad experience with one male doesn't mean all males are bad.
Right.
All right, buddy, you're looking pretty good. We're going to keep working on it. You're going to get a lot of treats. You're going to love this. All right, this is how we can use positive reinforcement to help a formerly abused dog stop shutting down and start coming back into the world. Right, buddy?
You want to give